Hey everybody, it is, what is it, the 16th of April. These days all the days blend together, right? Um, anyway, we got a new limited time series for, not a new car, but not terribly old car either. Of course, Mercedes-Benz SLR McLaren 722. We've had the limited time series for this last August, so I will put the playthrough, uh, my playthrough playlist in the description of this video. So if you guys are interested, what you might have missed out, if you missed it out in the last run, well, you can find it. And what do you miss out? Well, gold payout, and this time the second edition of this championship is less. We're getting 33 gold this time around, and the PR requirement is actually higher than last time. This time it's gonna be 63, which, by the way, I believe is gonna cost some 288 gold if you're starting from basically no gold upgrade, like starting from stock, right? So this is gonna run for how many days? Through 24. So this one's running for 7 days, or I guess 8 days, depending on how you look at it. I guess technically it'll be 8 days, because it'll be 16th through 24th. Well, 23rd if you're in the Western Hemisphere. You know how it goes, so don't wait till last minute. But anyway, yeah, so let's check in here. Mercedes-Benz SLR McLaren 722 Championship. And earn a 2006 McLaren Benz SLR McLaren 722 by 100%. You know, the usual message. A modified engine makes the 722 edition even more powerful than the standard Mercedes-Benz SLR McLaren, which we've had in the game for quite some time. That would be the legacy car. Now, this car is featured in a single bonus series, so if you don't own it, you're not really missing out much. However, the single bonus series this car is featured in, this is the only car that can 100% complete because of the PR requirement. Some tidbits of information there for you guys. Anyway, then we've got the breakdown of the total of 33 gold prize, broken down into 25% completion increment, as we can see here, and usual 15 tiers. And you know what, before I go ahead with the completing the gold, let me make sure I back up before I do anything else here. Things that I'm not actually going to keep, right? So anyway, the car is worth 450 gold if you're to buy it out, right? And if you were to use showcase discount in the series the car's featured in, then you can get it for 20% less, which would make it 90 gold less, so 360 gold. So even with that, even with 288 gold cost to upgrade this car, it's gonna be still cheaper if you want the car, right? That is big if. And let's see. So there we have it. And if you don't upgrade this car any further than how you would win this car, which is with a PR63, then you still should be able to complete 75% complete on that maximum performance bonus series that, as you can see here, that this series winning this car will unlock. There's still 33 gold to be won in that bonus series, so you can say 33 from here, 33 from bonus series, so there are you can think of it as 66 gold available. Right. So base PR 48.6 is where we're starting. And we'll have to bring this car's PR all the way up to 63. And for those of you guys who already own this car because you won it in the last year, basically, that means your PR would be up in, gosh, you would have 3 upgrades across the board, basically. So you are going to be probably in high 50s. Or no, you're going to be in 61 something, I think, if I remember correctly. But anyway, that's irrelevant. The important information is if you have won this car from the last limited time series, you would have 21 upgrades, 3 upgrades across the board, right? Basically, then you need to get 2 more upgrades, the max out engine, which will cost you 80 more gold. So in that case, you spend 80 gold and you get 33 back. So that is just a little under, I don't know, like maybe that's a pretty good, you can think of it as a pretty big discount on that tier 4 engine upgrade. But anyway, so 63 is the PR that we need. And the first tier upgrades are going to be all racing dollar upgrades. Second tier is going to be all gold. Third is all racing dollars again. And where there are available, fourth tiers once again all gold. And engine is the only category that has 5 tiers of upgrades, and that is going to be racing dollars. So let's do this real quick. So engine tier 1, and the first tier is gonna, as you can see, 2 hours 30-minute wait on this one. And I'll have the breakdown of these costs in the description box below as well. So if you wanna see rather than hear me talk about it, then you can just open up that description box. I put a lot of information there for these videos, so check them out. Anyway, so we're starting from 48.6, and the first tier upgrade should give us PR point boost up 4.4 PR point, and that is going by the information that I have from the last time we ran this bonus series. So let's see if it's still the case. I don't see why it wouldn't be. So let's get that done right away, and that brings the PR up to 53. So let's see, where did we start? 48.6. So yeah, 50, yeah, so exactly, that hasn't changed. So tier 1 upgrades, the racing dollar cost was 246,600 racing dollars. And now the question, is this PR high enough to complete tier 4? And the answer is no, bold no. You are shy of 0.6 PR points. So, and Fire Monkeys have since fixed the integer bug in these events. So there is no gold to be won if you don't invest any gold. And this car, the tier 2 upgrades are entirely gold. So let's check this out. 36 gold for engine, and which unlocks, as I said, tier 3 racing dollar upgrade. And 34 drivetrain, same scenario there. Body is another 26. And suspension and exhaust both cost 30 each. There we go. And then brakes 24. And then tires and wheels another 28. So that is the total of 208 gold. And you get the PR boost of 4.5 PR points up to now 57.5. And Then we need the tier 3 upgrades. They're all racing dollars. This one takes now 8 hours. So no, not the most expensive car in the game, but certainly not the cheapest either. Kind of, you know, I would say middle of the road. Anyway, get these real quick. Done and done. Alright, so let's get those done right away. Brings the PR up to 61.9. Yes, that's what I thought. That is how you would have won the car. That's how I won the car last rendition of this limited time series. Of course, this time around, the PR requirement is a bit higher. So, to get up to 63, no single upgrade is gonna get us there, right? As you can see, so we need a combination of 2 upgrades, and even though engine is the most expensive upgrade, it is not a dead-end upgrade unlike all these other categories, which means that is still your cheapest option. So it'll cost another 80. So we've spent 208 so far. So here's the 80 to bring it up to 288 gold here so far, right? And then, as I said, the final tier, 18-hour R&D time for this one does bring the PR up to 63.2. So yes, I know it's not exactly 63, but that's what you need, right? So 18 hours, yes, 215,200 racing dollars. So that's how you will meet the PR requirement for this limited time series to either to win the car or to, I guess you can think of it as get 33 gold discount on that tier 4 engine upgrade. That's another way to think about it, right? Anyway, and now in terms of if you already own this car and you already have 21 upgrades, is there a point in going through this series and spending gold? Well, if you already ran through the maximum what was the series again? Maximum performance series, and claimed 75% completion with 21 gold, because 21 upgrades on board this car, because that you should be able to, then I guess then your question would be, let's see, if you do only, I mean, I think you should be able to still go through 75% completion in this limited time series, right? Tier 11, yeah, 59.5. So if you already have the 21 upgrades on board, you would be able to claim 75% completion on this one. So that is total of 18 gold. So you can think of it as you pick up either free 18 gold, or you spend another 80 and get pick up 15 more, but that obviously you will spend on part of that 80. So yeah, that's kind of a, depending on where you are with your gold bank, your decision would have to be I would always go with, if you can get a discount on upgrades, and if you can afford it, you should take it. Now, only concern would be the next race day event for McLaren Senna, right? That's coming up pretty soon. So you probably want to spare some gold if you're running tight on that one, because that event itself should be pretty easy. Race day events generally have been pretty easy in the past, so I don't expect this one's going to be any different. But so yeah, it's going to be just costly because they have raised a PR requirement on that one. Anyway, so that is for another video, topic for another video. For this one, let's just run through the series each tier by tier, and see if we notice anything that might cause us to have to service or something like that, right? Or maybe they will give us another one of those instant free service deal on this car for this limited time series, because I like those deals. They're very handy in getting me to run through the series very quickly. Anyway, Tier 1, we got speed record and Nürburgring sprint circuit, so that's a full lap of that relatively small, medium-sized circuit. Elimination at Hockenheim, so gotta survive for 2 minutes 20 seconds on that one. And Cup at Brands Hatch, just quick 2 laps there and no PR requirement. And Tier 2, we got Speed Snap at Catalunya Club. And Autocross at the Daytona Motorcycle. Autocross at Daytona always takes about like a minute or 50 seconds for this car. It's a long one. It's what I'm trying to tell you. And the Cup at the short Porsche test track. And it's going to be a 2-lapper with the PR 51.3. So obviously you do need some of those Tier 1 upgrades done. And then moving on, Tier 3, we got Hunter at Spa. So that's a full lap. Head-to-head at Mount Panorama. That's a full lap, right? Yep. And the Cup for Tier 3 is going to be at the Brickyard. 52.6 single lap. So that's not terribly long. Alright, but that will still put your car in red by the time you go through that one, unless you have fully upgraded car. So here we are, Tier 4, the 25% completion tier. We got endurance at the 24-hour circuit. Okay, so your distance will vary. Drag race at Suzuka East, it's a drag race. And the Cup for Tier 4, 25% completion is going to be at Red Bull Ring National Circuit. 3 laps, PR 53.6 is what's required. Now moving on, Tier 5, we got Autocross at Dubai Club Circuit. And Speed Snap at Monza Junior. That's a pretty easy one. And then the Cup for Tier 5 is at the Circuit of the Americas Club Circuit, pretty short circuit, 4 laps, PR 54.6 is what's required. Tier 6, we got Elimination at Silverstone Grand Prix, Endurance at Melbourne, and Cup at Mazda Raceway, 2 laps, PR 55.4 is what's required. Tier 7, we got Head-to-head at Berlin Circuit, single lap, pretty short one. Autocross at the Brickyard Road Course, and the Cup is going to be a Nürburgring Sprint Circuit, 3 laps, PR 56.3 is what's required. And then 50% completion tier, Tier 8, we got Speed Record at Monza Junior Course. If you've been training bots, you should be able to do it unserviced, I think. Sometimes you may have to turn around at the beginning to extend the longest straight, because back end is shorter on the track than it is in the main pit straight. So if you're having difficulty, you would have to start before, like turn around at the beginning and go behind the Parabolica, run all flat out through Parabolica. I don't know, can you take this car flat out on Parabolica? That's a question. We'll find out, I guess. And then slam against the wall on the first corner. Right. Anyway, hopefully we don't have to resort to something that extreme, but we'll see. And then we got Hunter. That's a single full lap, right? Hockenheim short. That's a fun one. And the Cup is going to be at Dubai Grand Prix. 2 laps, PR 57.1 is what's required. And Tier 9, we got Speed Snap at Daytona Road Course. Do you need... I think you should be able to pull it off. Daytona track is a little tricky. Sometimes you have to, like speed records, more often than not you have to service. So you might have to service your car for speed snap at Daytona as well. That might be not possible unserviced. We'll see. Then, especially if you're running with a bare minimum PR, right? That's the other big if. And then we got head-to-head at Silverstone International Circuit. That's a single lap. And the Cup 4 Tier 9 at Red Bull Ring Grand Prix, 3 laps. PR 57.9 is what's required. And Tier 10, we got Endurance at Bugatti Circuit, Elimination at Suzuka Grand Prix, which all should be doable without servicing. And then Cup at Porsche Test Long Road Circuit, 3 laps. PR 58.7 is required. And Tier 11, Autocross at Mount Panorama. Alright, the hill climb, right? The drag race at Circuit of the Americas Grand Prix. That's a drag race, so kind of questionable so far. We've been able to get through these drag race unserviced. If you train your bots, they've been slowing down. So we'll see. And then Cup 4 Tier 11 is going to be at Catalunya Grand Prix, 3 laps. That's a fun circuit. 59.5 is the PR requirement. Tier 12, the 75% completion tier, we got Speed Snap at Brands Hatch. That one cannot be done unserviced, I believe. That one you might have to service it. And then you got Endurance at Mazda Raceway, and the Cup is going to be at Monza Road Course. 2 laps, PR 60.3 is required. Alright. And then Tier 13, Elimination at Catalunya National. Yeah, that one should be doable unserviced. Although, if you service your car in the Tier 12, there's no reason why you would have to service it again in the Tier 13. You know what I mean? Assuming that you would do the Cup and Endurance before you do the Speed Snap. You know, so yes, because Cup and Endurance you can do unserviced. Anyway, then Tier 13, you got Elimination at Catalunya National, Autocross at Melbourne, and Cup at Suzuka West. 4 short laps there. PR 61.2 is required. And then Tier 14, we got head-to-head at Hockenheim Grand Prix. A full lap there. Speed Snap at Berlin can be a little tricky unserviced. And then Cup is going to be at Daytona Motorcycle Course, 3 laps. PR 62.1 is what's required. So obviously, with 21 upgrades, this is where your run ends. But hey, 14 out of 15 tiers is not bad. Actually, 13 and a half tiers, right? Alright, and then final tier, Tier 15. You got Endurance at Red Bull Ring National, Hunter at Dubai National. And the final Cup is going to be at Nürburgring Grand Prix, 3 laps with a PR 63, which you can attain by spending, if you're starting from 0 upgrade, spending some 288 gold. So anyway, there you have it. There's a quick rundown of the limited time series. So thanks for watching, and I'll be posting my playthrough video as I run through this. So stay tuned for that, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.